Hey everyone, we're going to go over a little bit about creating documents and folders. So we're going to start over here with this button, which is the new button. Anytime you want to create a new document, a new folder, a new anything in your Google Drive, you're going to want to click on new, and then you're going to you have a bunch of options here. Now the basic ones that you're going to use most are probably docs and sheets and slides, and you have options of either creating a blank one or one from a template. Templates are essentially like pre-formatted documents, and they're kind of sometimes helpful. But if I just want to create a new Google Doc to take notes, I'm going to go over here, click on blank document. It's going to pop up right here in the window. It's just like if you go to the Docs app on your little waffle menu, and then you can go ahead and start typing, just like that. Now, one thing you're really going to want to do, though, anytime you create a new doc, the first thing you're going to want to do is go over here and title it. Because if you have too many things that are called untitled doc in your drive, it's going to be very, very hard to keep them organized. So there are two ways to title a doc. One is that whatever the thing is you type on the first line, if you just go over to Untitled Document and click it, it automatically becomes the notes or the title. Or you can just retitle it this way. Boom, just like that. And then once you go ahead and close it, what you'll see is eventually it pops up down here. There's the document in my files. Eventually, I'm also going to see it up here in quick access after a little while, because the quick access things, again, are things that you keep accessing over and over again. So that's creating a doc. That's pretty easy. But eventually, like I said in an earlier video, all of these files down here, they're just going to get really, really crowded. And so you want to make sure you have some sort of system for keeping all of your work organized. Now, anything you complete should probably go into a folder. And the way you create a folder, again, is clicking the new button and then clicking folder. And then you title the folder. And it's probably a good idea to create a folder for each one of your classes. It's going to make your life a lot easier. It's going to lead to less confusion. And I'll create one more for language arts, just so you can get an idea of what this looks like. So up here I have my folders. Now what I can do also, this is kind of cool, I want to move this into my math folder because it's notes for math. There are two ways I can do it. I can either I can click it and I can go to the more button and I can go to move to and then select the folder I want it to go in, or I can drag and drop it, and I can do that by clicking and holding and dragging it this way. Or for example, if I'm scrolling and I can't see these folders here, if you go over to My Drive and you click this little arrow to the left, all of your folders pop up, and then you can drag it this way as well. And then if I let go, Notes for Math has been moved to my drive, and then if I go into the Math folder by double-clicking, you will see that the Notes for Math are there. So there you go. Something else that's kind of helpful with your folder system is to maybe color it, and so I can do that by going to my drive, by selecting the folder, by clicking the More Actions button, and then by going to Change Color, and there you go. So that's a very helpful way of kind of keeping things organized and making them a little bit easier so you don't just have a bunch of gray blocks over there. Pretty simple. Now, one other quick thing about folders. Anything that is created, has to do with Google Classroom, so just be aware of that. Anytime your teacher assigns you something, an assignment in Google Classroom, it actually gets sent right to this Classroom folder. Inside Classroom are all of the Google classes that you're a part of, and inside those different folders will be all of the assignments that you complete. So if you're ever looking for a document or a slide deck or something that your teacher has shared with you or given you through Google Classroom, it's going to be somewhere in here. So that's just a little added tip, and those are the basics of creating documents and folders.